time for Ink the Book Show with your host, Ryan O'Connor. And now, let's ink the book. I'm here. I made it. I made it, everybody. I'm live. I am going to try and do this page fast so I can get away from the drawing table. I'm trying to spend some time with my family. Just want to send out the StreamYard link in case some people want to join me on camera here, but you know how that tends to go. I am drawing my first graphic novel, Bonehead. Oh, we're going to be inking a page. Page 90. I made it to page 90. Which is about, I'd say, I want to say probably about 110 pages that I've done so far here out in YouTube. We're making it work. I'm on now. Okay. Who did I send that to? Okay. So I sent it to one more group. I'm going to send it to. And I know what you're thinking. Why doesn't he do this before the show starts? I never wait for myself to be ready to start the show. Otherwise, I might never start the show. Okay, so now I am ready. No, I'm not. I got to get me a cup of tea. This is a riot. Okay. Now I'm ready. I can't be inking a page without no tea. It ain't right. Okay. So I'm going to put these push pins away. I had all these push pins and toothpicks and things out because I was trying to bust the crust of ink that was clogging the little reservoir or whatever that pops out at the top here. You like lift it and then pour, and it was all clogged with ink, like crusty ink. So nothing was coming out. And I usually have like this bent up paper clip that I save in my desk drawer for just such an occasion. But I couldn't find it. I don't know where it got to. So I was kind of improvising. All right. Page 90, everybody. Let's make it happen. Ooh. So that's page 90. Wondering if there's a way I can do this so it's not so in my face, but I'm thinking that might be too much to ask. Okay. We'll survive. A good cup of tea. I've been drinking tea all day. Trying to get a tip on my brush. I think I got one. Sorry, I'm lost in thought. So yesterday I went with my family to go play whirly ball. Which, if you don't know, it's ow! Hit my face on the camera. Everybody take a shot. So we went to do whirly ball last night for my brother's birthday, and whirly ball. It's this. I think there's like 3 or 4 places that do it out here, but it's like it's this game where you have like everybody has like, I think they're like lacrosse scoops. They're like those scoop flinger things, and you're playing with wiffle balls. You're trying to whip them at these backboards. They look like basketball hoop backboards, and you're trying to score points. There's about, I don't know, I think it's usually like 5 cars on each team, and you're all in bumper cars, and you're trying to like make points in this like almost basketball type game. But you know, you're like bumping into each other and blocking each other, and yeah, we did that last night. That was fun. That's always fun. And then I went to a bar with my brother and sister and a couple of my cousins. So that was nice. And tonight there's talks of getting together to play some Mario Kart. So I'm going to try and join my family for that after I finish this page, is the idea. Oh, and last night, my my sister-in-law, she announced that her and my brother, the birthday boy, are having baby number 4. I'm so excited. Although, this is baby number 4 before my brother is the age that my dad had one baby, me. So my dad had me, the first of his 7 kids, by age 26. And I believe my brother just turned 24. Let's see if, does it tell you on Facebook? Let's see. Does it tell you their age, I'm wondering? I thought it did. But I suspect that maybe it doesn't tell you anymore. I'm pretty sure he turned 24 on not exactly yesterday, but on the 20th. Yeah, I got to spend a little time with each of my brothers and sisters. That's always fun. Hopefully I'll see them all today too, but I don't know if that's going to be the case. I did spend most of the day today at my parents' house, and my mom who I did not see yesterday, she's been out in Starved Rock with my aunt, who's like her best friend. Her sister is like her best friend, and they were hanging out in Starved Rock, where my aunt has a cabin, and yeah, and she just got back this morning, and before she got back, I was helping my dad. My dad he's been redoing their the master bedroom's adjoining bathroom. They've been redoing it, and he was putting the finishing touches on today and varnishing a door and installing it. So I was helping him with that, and then I was helping him like get the house all immaculate for my mom's return. Because she likes to keep a clean house, and while she's away, everybody blows it to pieces. You know, husband and kid stuff. Oh, hi there, what love? How are you? So I was saying, I went out to do this whirly ball thing yesterday, where we were like, it's like a game where you have scoops and you fling these balls into nets, and you're riding bumper cars the whole time. It's kind of a weird game, but it's really fun. And then my sister-in-law announced that my brother was having his fourth baby. Which I'm excited about. Let's see. And tonight hopefully I can. What time is it? It's 6 o'clock. Hopefully before 8 I can finish this page and get back out to my parents' house. I think I'm going to be playing some video games with my brothers and sisters. I think we're going to play Mario Kart. So, what else? Oh, and then when I finally got home today, I got home and my roommates were running out of the house because they were going to their friend's place, and then I went upstairs and I hear water running. I was like, "What the heck? Why'd they leave the water running?" And I look at my bathtub, and it's just running. I go to turn it off, but it was like off all the way. But it was just like a steady stream of water. I was like, "How did they not notice this when they left?" I mean, before they left. Um, the bathroom, that is, like the last time they left the bathroom, because you could hear it like steadily streaming. So I don't know if it had just started or something, but it was an easy fix. I just had to tighten some screw in it. And it was resolved. How have I been? I've been pretty good. Yeah, just hanging out with my family, and then, like I said, my brother, I found out, is having another baby, so I'm excited about that. And yeah, just doing pretty good. Yeah. How have you been? Anything new with you? Good, did nothing new. Yeah, yesterday was a nice time. I was just hanging out with. We were kind of celebrating my brother's birthday and just having fun. And tonight, I think, because everybody's more or less, I think more or less everybody's free tonight. I think we're just gonna be. I think we're gonna try and keep it rolling and hang out a little tonight. I always try to hang out with my family whenever I can because I love them so. I didn't always I didn't always get along with all my brothers and sisters so well. It was, I think, something that helped my relationship with my, particularly two of my brothers. I'm the oldest of seven. I've said before, but two of my brothers I used to fight with all the time, and I think moving out of the house, the same house as them, and then, like, when those two brothers, they both had they both had their first kid around the same time, 5 years ago, and it was like when they told me that they were having a baby, like, it was kind of like any grudge I had with them, suddenly I was like, it's over. And we've all gotten along really well since. And like whenever we're all like best friends now. So like whenever we hang out, like it's like my whole family hangs out together and we love each other. It's wonderful. So I was saying, I don't know if I said it on here, but I think I did. My brother will be having 4 kids before he reaches the age my dad was when he had 1 kid. So I think my brother just turned, I believe, 24. And this will be their 4th kid. My dad was 26 when he had me. My mom was 24 when she had me. Okay. And it's not too often lately that I've been seeing all my siblings. Partly because my sister just moved like an hour. We were all like within a town or two of each other, and then like within probably we were all within about half an hour's drive from each other. And then my sister moved like an hour further away, so she doesn't get out as often as she used to. The oldest of my 3 sisters. So it was kind of cool to see everybody at once. Then again, my mom wasn't there last night. She was out of town. Okay. Okay. Let's see. How many siblings? I have 3 brothers and 3 sisters. I'm the oldest of 7. It's 2 boys, 2 girls, 2 boys, and a girl is the order that we were born. my brother, who just found out he's having his fourth kid, they have 3 boys so far, so they're hoping for a girl. Yeah, we were excited. 2 brothers and 4 sisters. So you're one of 7 too. Oh wow. Are you the oldest? They are all really young, sadly. So you are the oldest? Um, we should start an oldest of 7 club. Awesome. Those eyebrows are a little too big for his face there. That's so cool. I don't think I've ever met someone else who is also the oldest of 7. Have I? I guess my aunt who lives in Scotland is also the oldest of 7. My mom's sister, because my mom's family was also 7 kids. My dad was one of 6, and then his dad died when he was a little boy, and his mom remarried someone who had 7 kids. So there were 13 kids living in his house at one point. I can't imagine. That sounds terrible. That sounds like way too many people to be living with. I was gonna say something and I forgot what it was. Yeah, one thing about having a lot of kids in the family, it's like Christmas was always like amazing. Like you'd wake up and see the like go to see the Christmas tree on Christmas morning, and it would just be like a sea of gifts. Okay. So here's this character, Charlie the Crow, who's like, I don't know, he's some kind of workplace snitch. He's always ratting everyone out on stuff. But he's asleep. I forget what Bonehead says about him. Here. There we go. It's pretty tricky. My brush isn't getting as thin as I need it to be right now. It was a minute ago, like a little while ago. I forget if I colored his unibrow in black as well before. Let me see if I can find a page with him on it. Okay. I left it white. Here we go. The tip is splitting on me. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I couldn't make sense of what I'd drawn here for a sec. I don't know. I've run out of things to say, I think. Unless I come up with something to say. I don't know. I'm trying to think if something particularly interesting happened during Whirly Ball, the game that we played last night, but I don't know. I don't think anything particularly noteworthy or exciting happened that I can recall. I didn't do very great. I gave up a few shots. I didn't bring much to the table this time. My brother at one point, because I think the games are about 10 minutes long, so you get a bunch of games and you like book the court for like an hour or so, and so I think we were there for 2 hours really. Yeah, and what was I saying? Oh, so because the games are about 10 minutes or so, you know, like 5 people would, or no, I think it's 10 people would go in, and then the game would end and we'd switch out. I don't know if we had 20 people there, but like maybe some people would stay behind and then some people would switch in. And then, so I was watching I was in on the first game, and then I was watching the next game where my other brother and his fiance, my brother Mike, and his fiance Allie, they're like they're both super competitive, and I don't know, they have really good teamwork on everything. And I was noting, I was like, they shouldn't be allowed to be on the same team together for anything anymore, because at one point I see my brother fling the ball to her, but they were all the way across the court from each other, and she catches it perfectly and then made a goal. It's like, that's not fair. they they've honed in on their teamwork a little too well. I think they should be separated. And it's like, I feel like they, like, whenever we do like fantasy football, or we do like game nights all the time, and it's like they always like kick everybody's butt. Like at Christmas time, usually, I don't think we did it this year, but at Christmas time, usually they've done like a gingerbread building contest. And I don't know, it always seems like where it's like all the couples, I'm single, but all the couples make. I think I got paired last time we did it. I got paired with one of their friends that I didn't know very well, but they get all the couples together and make gingerbread houses, and they see who can make the best gingerbread house with the materials that everyone's given. And I feel like they always win that. Here we go. Oh, I forgot about this wing. Okay. Let's see. What was I about to do? Oh, finish this eyebrow. Oh, I'm doing it off screen though. There we go. Oh yeah, and we also started doing, like a few years back, we started doing these Jackbox games all the time, where they're these like game packs that you buy online or something, and you put them on the TV, and like you go to jackbox.com or whatever on your phone, and they're all like games where you like submit your answers, and you submit them on your phone, and then it kind of displays the results. And there's a lot of different games on the different packs that they have, but they're really fun. There's one called Fibbage, where like you have to kind of like make up the best lie to try and fool people. Like it'll ask you a bunch of questions, like it'll ask you like obscure questions about, I don't know, random things, and then you have to kind of like make up a convincing enough lie to fool people into thinking it's the correct answer. And the more people that pick your answer, the more points you get. That's a really fun one. I like that one a lot. Because it's kind of creative, you know. I like coming up with good creative answers, though you don't always come up with very good ones, I feel like. And then let's see, fibbage, and then what else is it? Quiplash. What's quiplash, though? I can't remember. I know that's one that I like. I haven't played that one in a while, though. Quiplash. I'm going to look it up. Quiplash is the standalone game available for purchase. Blah, 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 blah. I'm seeing examples of it, but I can't think of how to describe the game. I think it's similar to Fibbage. Answer simple prompts like these. Something you'd be surprised to see a donkey do. Oh, I think that one, it's not so much about coming up with a convincing answer, but I think you're just trying to get the answer that most people think is funny, or just the general best answer to questions that don't necessarily have a specific answer. So it'll be like, a double rainbow doesn't have gold at the end of it. Instead, it has, and then you got to come up with the most clever or funny answer or something, and you just want people to vote on your answer. It's pretty much the same, only fibbage is like, it has a correct answer, and then it'll when it goes through the most picked answers, like all the most picked lies, because you're just trying to come up with a convincing answer, or that you think people will pick without knowing what the answer is. But it always shows you what the true answer is as well on fibbage. All these lockers over here. Oh, I forgot about them. So this morning I was hanging out with my dad and my sister Heather, and then later on my sister Tara and my brother Liam and my mom. We were just hanging out, and then We had lunch and then I headed back out here. I don't know. That's my day so far. I can fix that with the white. It's gotten a little clunky on me, this shadow. I feel like, oh, that's probably what it is. It's my brush is getting stiff. So I've got some water here to clean out the ink that's drying up in the brush. I just keep this little thing. Right now it's filled with black ink, black inky water, but I just keep it there to rinse my brush out when it starts getting hard with the ink in the middle of it. Because then it's hard to get the bristles to do what you want them to do. Put this horizon line back here. I think that's actually a wall here. Okay. Here's more. I'm going to be so tired by the time I get back to my parents' house. I'm always tired lately. You know what? And I think I was thinking about it because I've been feeling so overworked and exhausted since toward the beginning of December. And I'm thinking it's probably just winter getting to me. When I left the house the other day, it was 5 degrees. It warmed up later that day, though, considerably. And it's been warm ever since. I mean, warm. Relatively warm. I was going out and starting my car with no jacket on. Okay. Oh, I'm drawing off screen. Dang it. I swear that's my favorite thing to do. Pull my drawing off screen and start drawing. What's going on out there? Anything? I don't see anything interesting going on. I was just hearing honking. But nothing special. Let's see. Okay. This brush is fighting with me already. Usually it's like an hour or two before it. I guess it's about an hour, but yeah, it's usually closer to 2 hours that it starts fighting with me. Okay. Booyah, booyah, booyah. There we go. Sorry, I don't know what to talk about. I feel like I was doing a pretty decent job not running out of steam during shows for a while, and now I feel like I'm doing it again all the time. But I don't know. My friend Kat, who's in my links below, Catechus Flinch on Twitch, she just opened up an Etsy shop where she's going to start selling more of her enamel pins. I don't have a link for it yet, but I should put it in there eventually. But she did this Mothman pin that I bought a while ago. And she did a Kickstarter for it and just made a huge batch of them and sold them to a bunch of people. She's got that available in her shop right now. That's all that's available. The shop, it's called Moth Witch on Etsy. And I know she was working on designing a jackalope one. That's like her Mothman pin, and then she's working on doing a jackalope one. And then I saw that she recently posted on Twitter and Instagram a bunch of other ones she was designing, just random stuff, not just cryptid ones. Though I think she should continue that cryptid series. I'd collect them all personally. That's my friend from high school, Kat. Kane is her name now. She is my buddy. She is my pal. What is that from? Sandlot? No, it's from the Dennis the Menace movie. I was talking about Dennis the Menace recently on here. But what's his pal's name? Who's barely in that movie? Joey, I believe. And at the end of the movie, when they rescue, or when they find Dennis, because he's lost in the woods and the whole neighborhood's looking for him. When they find him at the end, like everyone's kind of like gathered around him and like happy to see him. And then the kid Joey, he goes, I think his name is Joey anyway. He's like, this is my buddy, this is my pal. I haven't seen that movie in a long time, but I love that movie. With Christopher Lloyd as the hobo kidnapper guy. And was it Leah Thompson as the mom? I feel like they cast it like the parents. No, even those kids. I feel like they cast everyone so well in that movie. Walter Matthau is Mr. Wilson. And I wonder whatever happened to that kid that played Dennis in that. Was he ever in anything else? He was the cutest kid. Dennis the Menace movie. Don't hang up. No, 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 don't you do it now. Don't hang up. (1993), based on the Hank Ketchum comic strip of the same name. Lee Thompson, Paul Winfield, Walter Matthau, Christopher Lloyd, Joan Plowright. Is the kid Paul Winfield? Who plays Dennis? Mason Gamble. Oh yeah, he was in Rushmore as well. I remember seeing him in that. I like that movie too, but I don't remember it at the moment. Gattaca, Rushmore, Arlington Road, Rising Place, Gentleman's Game. He was in movies as recently as 2011. And television, he's in CSI Miami as recently as 2006. That's his last television appearance. I was just curious if he had gone on to keep acting. Right now, that kid is 36 years old. So he's 2 years older than me. Which is weird because I've only known him to be like a 9-year-old boy. How long has it been? It's been an hour. If I take too long, I'll probably be getting a call asking where I am. I'm a little over halfway through these panels. Those bottom two look pretty simple and straightforward. Oh, Mr. Wilson. Oh man, there's this great bit in that TV show The Critic, starring John Lovitz. I think it was maybe shortly after he was on Saturday Night Live. He had an animated show created by two writers from The Simpsons. Al Jean and Mike Reese. And it was about John Lovitz's character was a film critic, like an overweight, balding film critic, and his catchphrase was "It stinks," and they would always cut away to like movie parodies. And there was a Dennis the Menace one where kids like, "Hey, Mr. Wilson," and Mr. Wilson's like, "What do you want?" And then Dennis the Menace, he's on his little trike, and he pulls out like this machine gun from behind his back and starts shooting up Mr. Wilson's house. Mr. Wilson ducks for cover, and then the kid rides away, and there's bullet holes all over his house, Mr. Wilson's house, and he he looks up and he goes, "That kid's a pain in the ass." End of clip. But there are some really funny ones on that show. I loved that show. I've said it before. I don't think anytime I've heard a recording of myself whistling, I think it has always sounded terrible, so I feel like I shouldn't be whistling into the microphone. What else? What else? What else? I think this is supposed to be like a card punch machine or something. I don't know. A time clock of some sort. There's a time clock in the cartoon that I made of this, which I have to put onto this channel someday. I think I'm gonna try, and I was thinking about trying to do it this weekend, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Where I fix the minor sound issue that is keeping me from putting it on YouTube. Does that work? I don't know. I guess. Technically. I don't know. I'm just ready to move on. These lines are weird. I didn't think about that drawing before I finished penciling it enough. I like a lot of stuff from the 90s. That's when I was growing up, and it's like I'd say most of my favorite music, cartoons, TV shows, movies, like all my favorite entertainment and stuff is stuff from the 90s. Let me see. What else? There was that sketch comedy show from the Wayans brothers, and Jim Carrey was on that. That was before The Mask and Ace Ventura and what was the other one he was in that year? Dumb and Dumber. He was in those 3 movies that same year, and that was his like big breakout. Jim Carrey was in The Mask, Dumb and Dumber, and Ace Ventura, all in like what was it? 94? Yes, 94. What was I saying about? Oh yeah, so I was talking about what do you call it? In Living Color. That was a big one in my household. Men on Film. I'm trying to think of the different sketches on the recurring sketches. There was Antoine. What was that guy's name? Antoine Jackson, I think. Yeah. Anton Jackson. Who was like a hobo. Who'd always do like home renovations and stuff like that. I don't know. At least once he was doing a home renovation show and like fixing up his cardboard box and like he's like making an addition to it, so he's like kicking a hole in the in the wall or something, the wall of the box, and like duct taping on another cardboard box. And the bathroom was a pickle jar that looked like it was just a pickle jar with a single pickle in it, but the joke was that that wasn't a pickle. It was his bathroom. Jim Carrey played like a Fire Marshal Bill, who was like covered in horrible burns. He also played like a horsey a horsey laughed muscle woman. Who's on that show? There's so the Wayans brothers. There was Keenan Ivory Wayans, Damon Wayans, I think Marlon Wayans. There was David Allen Greer, Tommy Davidson, Jim Carrey. I don't remember any of the women's names on that show. Kim Wayans, Kelly Cofield Park. I don't remember that person's name. Oh, Jamie Foxx was on that. I forgot that. Sean Wayans. Takia Crystal. Kama. I don't remember that name either. Kim Coles. I don't know. I still only remember the people that I named originally. Except for, what's his name? I already forgot. He's the biggest star now. Jamie Foxx. He's the biggest name out of the cast at the moment, and I can't remember his name. So this is like the building, the edge of the doorway, and then this is the edge of the door. What other stuff was there in the 90s? So, I really liked Ninja Turtles. The movies, which I don't really remember, and the toys I was nuts for. The TV show I liked, but I didn't watch it a whole lot. Though I did rewatch the first couple seasons, maybe 6 years ago, just out of curiosity. I didn't know there was so much continuity across the episodes. It was like, at least those 2 seasons, it was like each season was like a continuous story, to some extent anyway. Like it told a story across the season, which I was kind of impressed. And I don't think many cartoons did that back then. I was also a fan of Battle Trolls. They were just these troll dolls for boys, like aimed at boys. There was like a vampire one that I believe is still displayed in my house somewhere. No, it's not. I don't know what happened to that. I had it for the longest time. And then by the time I moved here, I don't know what happened to it. It's maybe buried in a box somewhere in my basement. Hopefully. And then, but I do have a Cyclops one displayed in my house. And I also have Rocksteady, the Rhino guy from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He was like one of my first Ninja Turtles toys. And he was always my favorite because my name is Ryan O'Connor. My nickname was always Rhino. And so I really liked rhinos when I was a kid. I mean, I still do. They have a big horn coming out of their face. That's right up my alley. That's my kind of thing. But what else? So I have those two displayed in my house. I really liked the Toxic Crusaders, which was like another toy line from Playmates, like the Ninja Turtles were from Playmates. It was like all these mutant characters that were like mutated by toxic waste. And then the bad guy was this like polluting four-armed monster guy named Dr. Killamoff. And that was really cool. I liked anything with monsters and mutants and freaks. That was all my favorite stuff. Battle Trolls, we had a bunch of those. I had Terminator Troll. I had Jacques Troll, who was like a scuba diver. I had. What else did I have? Let's see. Battle Trolls. I had this army guy. Let's see. Man, it's cool to be looking at these again on Google. And then there's so many that I always wanted that I never got. I might go find those on eBay and buy a couple. Because I'm too nostalgic for my own good. What am I gonna do with those? What am I gonna do with those? Why would I buy them? Let's see. What else did I like in the 90s? I was really into Batman, the Tim Burton movies. I remember like we went to the store and bought like a Batman that came with some penguins from the what was the second one called? Batman Returns. And they had like rocket launchers strapped to their backs. Batman the Animated Series we really liked, though I remember nothing from that show. My roommate was a bigger fan of that than I proved to be. I was a big Jim Carrey fan in the 90s. And then he was in the third Batman movie, I believe. Maybe it was the fourth one. I think it was the fourth one, actually. He played the Riddler. I always liked The Simpsons. The Simpsons was huge. I remember when I would be waiting. I had this routine um, at, at night before I would go to bed, where I'd wait like after dinner. I would wait for my mom to get home, and like we would watch The Simpsons with my dad, and my dad would I'd probably fall asleep or he'd be doing something like dishes or whatever. And then after that, I originally used to go to bed right after The Simpsons. And then it kind of kept getting extended. Like, then I started watching the show that would air after The Simpsons, which was Third Rock from the Sun with John Lithgow and Joseph Gordon Levitt. And they played aliens. Oh, and what's that guy's name? French Stewart, who I always loved. And Kristen Johnson and Wayne Knight. That was a very funny show. And Jane Curtin, who I didn't know was she used to be on Saturday Night Live. But so I would start watching that show, and then there was still usually half an hour before my mom got home. So I started watching the show after that eventually, which was Frasier, and then I became a big fan of the show Frasier as a kid, which I thought seemed kind of weird because it didn't seem like it was for kids. not that it was like too adult or anything, but it was just it was supposed it seemed so intellectual, but then like when I look back on it, it's just a regular sitcom. But it I thought I liked that show a lot. Um, I was a big fan of Goosebumps books because again, monsters and freaky stuff. I was I was a big fan of like scary stuff. Well, mostly just monsters and things like that. Especially if they were cartoon characters, like in Ninja Turtles. It was just always my jam. You know what? I think part of that is because I don't know, like I was really like I think it was that my birthday was in October, so I think that's why I kind of what kind of got me like it was like Halloween was special to me because it was in the same month as my birthday or something. It's kind of like a little kid logic, I think, that it was like my holiday, and then therefore I liked monsters. I don't know. I might adjust that shadow on him. I'm dragging this off camera again. He's like, maybe you'll. He's like, he's like, where are you going? He's like, okay, now you're in, Bonehead. I gotta scram. He's like, no, you gotta stick around and keep watch, because he's sneaking into the back into the laboratory that he lost his ring in, that he wasn't supposed to be in. And he goes, nothing doing, pal. I ain't getting in trouble for you. He's like, will you do it for $5? What did I just see? I thought I just saw something that needed attention. Oh. I messed that up. I thought that was something else I was drawing a line for. Oh, man. Let's see. Some of my favorite Ninja Turtles characters. They were all bad guys. All my favorite characters were always bad guys. Because they were the coolest looking, generally. It's kind of the same way with Batman, the animated series, at least. Like, all the bad guys were always so cool looking. But let's see, what was I talking about? Ninja Turtles. So I liked Muckman. I have him displayed in my house as well from when I was a kid, though he's missing parts. Like the top of his head. He had like a removable banana peel off the top of his head. I liked Muckman a lot. I liked Leatherhead. He was like an alligator. I liked Scumbug, who was like this bug guy with tubes coming out of him. And what else? Rocksteady and Bebop. The pig guy and the rhino guy. That were like the Shredder's cronies. The Shredder was the main bad guy. Oh, I liked Krang. The disembodied brain alien guy. Although the toy of him wasn't too exciting because it was just like a little ball almost. What else? There were some frog guys that were good guys that I liked. Angus and Conrad or something like that. Let me see. NT. Oh, it was Genghis Toad, right? Genghis Frog. And then there was Punk. I guess they're called the Punk Frogs. There was, dang it, ads. Napoleon Bonafrog was the other one that there was a toy of. Anyway, I'm gonna finish up this page and get out of here. Get to my parents' house. There were just a couple things I wanted to touch up with the whiteout. I remember liking a lot of stuff on Nickelodeon. I remember liking Salute Your Shorts, but I don't remember anything about it. And I think when I went back and tried to watch a little bit of it, it was not very entertaining to me. Though I might be off on that. I don't know. I mentioned all that, I think, in one of the last shows, and I liked that a lot. The Rugrats was so good up until the movie came out. Then it got crummy. Excuse me. What else? Ren and Stimpy was huge for me. It still is. I'm a huge Ren and Stimpy guy. I met John Crispolucci. I've met Bob Camp. I've met Billy West. I'd love to meet Bill Ray. Bill Ray is one of my artistic heroes. He did a lot of storyboarding and directing, and he painted a lot of the backgrounds. That was his biggest contribution, I think, was he painted the backgrounds on that show a lot. And he worked for Mad Magazine, which I also liked in the 90s. Where he did a comic strip called Monroe about this kind of punky, trashy kid and his trashy family and his trashy friends. Everybody was kind of terrible in that comic strip, but it would pick up where it left off. A lot of times there was a bit of continuity that would carry from strip to strip. So there, for a number of years in the 90s, there was this strip Monroe, and I would almost exclusively buy Mad Magazine for my favorite artist, Bill Ray, and his main contribution to the magazine was that Monroe comic. It was my favorite part of Mad Magazine. Though I also liked the Mad fold in on the back, and then where you'd fold the cover. I think it folds twice, so like the middle of it disappears, and then it makes a new image. And it like there was also like always a caption, and then when you folded it in, it would kind of like the parts of the words that it would take away, it would make a new sentence, and it would answer the question posed in the original, or something like that. That was always cool. I liked Spy versus Spy. I liked Sergio Argoniez's little cartoons in the margins and stuff. What else? I don't know. Mad Magazine was fun though. But I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go hang out with my siblings and my parents, and a couple of us are gonna play some Mario Kart. So that sounds like a fun time. Get out of my face. Okay. Bye, everybody. Bye, What Love. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, Twitch. I'll see you probably tomorrow. And that's my story. I'm sticking to it, even if it doesn't end up being true.